Hello, fist to you all, for Friday is here once more as I have finally gotten all the first raid done in Guild Wars 2. All 4 wings, 13 bosses completed, and our journey into Path of Fire is imminent. It is imminent, as well as our journey actually getting into Destiny 2's raids to find out if all the hype that people sent me about those raids lives up to the expectations, and also is that story as wacky as it can be. I had my team meeting yesterday with the team, which broke down my schedule of stuff that we have in store for you in May. It's nuts. It is nuts. It's one of the busiest months that I've seen put together in such a long time, with cool events and all that kind of stuff that's going to be coming, as well as a Transmog Glam competition, dresser, wardrobe in Guild Wars 2 to celebrate our time there, with some prizes on the line. Lots of gems to buy some wonderful things for everybody. All that kind of stuff. Madness May, it's pretty wacky. It's pretty wacky. I was writing down stuff for like near enough, like 15 of the days that we're doing stuff in May. It has something cool going on, which makes me very excited. So I'm super excited. Thank you for joining me on this Friday as we celebrate your antics across the internet from years gone by and recently. Let's swap over on here. Perfect. Yes, now we must do the challenge modes and the hard modes. It's become very apparent our DPS is bad, but I just got myself some upgrades. I have some more upgrades to get, and we will be competing on those DPS logs at some point. It will happen, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty goddamn sure. Bex has prepared for us 4 stories here. She says they're all great, so I can choose from what I like. Which is interesting. We looks like we've got somebody who may be a swiper or something. Okay, I have to do this one because just because of the title. The title has grabbed me. The title has grabbed me. The title has grabbed me. It feels like gamer hell, and I kind of want it. So let me just type this in for you guys. Boys, I need McDonald's. I'm already annoyed. I'm already annoyed. First of all, nobody needs McDonald's. Let's make that absolutely abundantly clear to the entire world. Nobody needs McDonald's. At any stage, are you in need of McDonald's? I need it. I need it. It's not fair. No, it's not fair. I had McDonald's a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, it was rough. It was rough. Sponsored by KFC. We're actually sponsored this month by Skillshare. I recommend you check it out. We've got a link for you guys that are providing a ton of guides. We've got a free month for you all to check it out if you're looking to learn some stuff from experts who are above and beyond what you can find on YouTube. I would recommend you check it out. We are sponsored by Skillshare for this month. And yes, it's very cool. It's very cool. We were utilizing them for some learning ourselves, and they have given us all a free month to mess around with. So I would definitely have a look at it and see what you think if you're looking to grow your knowledge. All right, boys, I need McDonald's. Let's go. Hello, Preach, and hello, your wonderful chat. I've been watching YouTube and listening to Drama Time for so many years, but having a hard time catching you on Twitch. I understand we are not US friendly. Shoutouts to our Team USA that does show up on the regular. They're awesome. Except for coming to your Final Fantasy XIV parties, since I am, of course, Team America. I'm writing this because one of your previous tales told us about a guy who couldn't last 2 hours in a Guild Wars 2 raid. Yes. Yes, team raiding was not for them. Shout outs to our team who worked on the last boss of the final Guild Wars 2 raid for 7 hours straight. 7 hours of continuous raiding. It was getting to the point of being sweat fiesta. 7 hours we spent on the last boss, but we got there. We got there. Deimos did die. 7 hours straight. They wouldn't. I don't think anybody was expecting that when they joined that raid at 9 a.m. that morning. A last boss to fit a last boss. Let's put it that way. A last boss to fit the last boss. Actually, we killed it on the 3rd pull the next day. The 3rd pull. Tiredness definitely crept in, I think. It reminded me of one of my experiences with a guy who just could not, for the life of them, understand organized raiding whatsoever. Yes. It is a thing. People just don't get it. They don't get it at all. They really don't understand. Let me give you a little bit of context, my friends. I'm an officer in my guild, which has been consistently raiding. Do we know what game we're in yet? I don't think so. Has been constantly raiding since the end of Warlords of Draenor. We're over in the Warcraft universe. And before that, we're raiding on and off whenever people got the itch to resubscribe since Wrath of the Lich King. Back in Wrath, the guild was a hardcore guild. We were fighting for server first, raiding every single day of the week. But we're old now. We're in boomer territory. We're very, very chill these days. We raid 2 nights a week. 2 hours on a Tuesday and 3 hours on a Saturday. A 2-hour raid just feels like a waste of time to me. Am I wrong? Like, if it's progress? Like, 2 hours is barely enough to let your dinner settle. 2 hours. I don't think I could be arsed with a 2-hour raid. I really couldn't. Like, for farm, sure. 2 hours and done, but 2 hours of progress, you're just not getting enough done, at least for difficult bosses. Most people don't really care about loot in our team. We raid to kill the bosses, clear heroic. Maybe we do a couple of mythic bosses near the end of the tier if we feel like it. We just have fun with all our friends, and it's nice to get together with people we've gamed with for many years. That's awesome. That's cool. Our story then begins in Dragonflight. The expansion just launched, and our guild gets some brand new recruits who are looking to get their raid itch scratched. We accept everyone for our normal runs, be they new to the game or just new in general to the raiding scene. And this is where we meet our boy, our hero of this tale, Von Siren. Now, Von Siren is a shadow priest who joined a week after the expansion dropped. They told us they had never ever raided before in a guild, but they had pugged before. At least normal raids. Cool, that's fine. No problem for us. Our players are good enough to carry through all of normal and most of heroic anyway. Only needing to ask people to sit typically on the final boss if they're like struggling to meet the DPS checks and whatever. We normally start off with normal to let people see the fights, get some experience, and of course normal is a lot easier to carry low DPS. And once we kill the raid, typically takes 1 reset or less, we go on and do heroic. Once we know the date the raid would drop, we sent out official calendar invites for normal Vaults of the Incarnates to everyone who said they would like to raid, with a message in Discord and on the guild message of the day to tell people to whisper or direct message one of the officers if they were going to come to the raid. We scheduled it for Tuesday and Saturday at 8 PM server time, which in USA is 8 PM Central, 6 PM PST, 9 PM EST. What a fat fucking country. 3 different time zones. So for somebody, they're raiding till 10 PM. Somebody else gets to raid till 8 PM. And then somebody else has to raid till 11 PM. Oh my god. Tuesday is the 2-hour raid. Saturday we extend it to 3 since most of us don't need to work on the weekends. So we get an extra hour of raiding. So Tuesday rolls around. Everything goes well. Everyone shows up on time. Even the new guys like Von Siren, all there. Bright and smiling, ready to collect some nice purple items to strap to their characters. Now, Von Siren wasn't the best DPS, but it's alright. It seemed to mesh pretty well with the guild, pleasant to be around, somebody who wasn't causing a problem. The night progresses, and we end the night after killing Dathia at the end of our raid time. Some of the new people really, really struggled with that one. They struggled with the knockback mechanics. Especially since there were 2 ads that spawn on normal, and you do not need to go to the platforms. Yeah. We say GG's to everyone, shake hands, stroke each other's cocks, tell everyone to try and get some more gear from Mythic Plus for Saturday. Let's buff our damage a little bit for heroic. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more oomph to get going. And remind them that the raid is 3 hours on a Saturday. It's a biggie. Instead of the 2 hours that we did that night. We finished the night telling people if they were struggling, either with keybinds, rotations, how their classes work, just PM an officer, and we'll help them out. Very rarely do we ever get anybody actually asking for help, but those that do go on to be really good members of the guild who help other people. But as I said, rarely ever do people ask for any form of help. Saturday, before the raid rolls around, there's a ping in Discord from Von Siren 45 minutes before the raid. Excuse me? Excuse me, mate? Yeah? Is the raid tonight, though? Yeah? What time is the raid, then? 8 server time, so 9 EST. All right. So that means then that the raid, right, is like not even for like 2 hours then? No. 45 minutes. Oh, mate. Your clock is like different, innit, mate? Yeah, I know what you mean, mate, because you don't live where I live, innit? You live somewhere else. Okay, so server time then is like an hour different than the West Coast then. So that's like not 2 hours then. It's like 45 minutes from now though. All right. I get it. No. No. It's 2 hours ahead of West Coast. 6, 8, and 9. PST Central and EST. Von Siren just doesn't reply to my correction. And I assume that I have corrected him. And he now understands when the raid and question how he showed up last time on Tuesday if he didn't understand how times work. But it is what it is. Hasn't replied, so I'm sure it's fine. 12 minutes before the raid starts, he DMs me again on Discord. 12 minutes. All right, boys. Raid's tonight, innit? Just gonna go to McDonald's. Be really quick, though. Back soon. $12 minutes for a McDonald's run? So the officers message back and forth. He's a new guy asking, what the fuck is he doing? Is he really going to try and get a McBastards in 12 minutes before the raid? Now, as it happens, we start about 15 minutes late anyway due to server issues and people not being able to log in. And figure this will probably alleviate the problem with Von Siren to get back online and start Heroic. But no. No word from him. It's now been nearly 30 minutes since he sent his message in Discord. He's not here. So, I mean, we make the call. Let's just start the raid without him. It's not our fault he's not here. We broadcasted the time. The raid is going fine. Start off going to Teros, killing him after a wipe due to people not stacking the rocks. No biggie. We clear the trash to Senath, the old spider boy, pull a few times, wipe a few times, and again, no big deal. It's heroic. It happens. Bing! Von Siren's come online. All right, dudes. Inv, though. Inv to the raid. Right? I signed up, innit? Fucking invite me, though. It's now 9 p.m. Von Siren left 12 minutes before the raid start. Took an hour to go to McDonald's. Comes back online. Doesn't mention that he's late in any way. And says, inv me. Our guild leader, being the nice guy that he is, says, it's heroic. It doesn't matter. Send him an invite. Continue with what we're doing. We'll talk to him later. And we kill the boss in 2 attempts later. Me and the other officers talking officer chat decide to wait until after the raid to ask Von Siren, why are you being late? We had this discussion like an hour before the raid. I made it clear that if you're not going to show up on time, it's rude to everybody else. We had to wait around. It's not going to be fine. We know real life shit gets in the way, but dipping out literally 10 minutes before the raid starts to go to McDonald's is not quite the emergency that we like to know about. It's a dick move, and you won't be invited again if you do it again. So we clear the trash to Grimtone. It's time for our 5-minute break. You have a break during your 3-hour raid period that starts 15 minutes late? Break time. Break time, everybody. I get up and stretch for a bit, use the bathroom, get drinks, etc., etc. First, we start on the Storm Quadrant. We wipe to people being surprised by the damage going out. Not a problem. It's the first time we've seen the boss. We regroup, we go again. We wipe on the first quadrant due to not enough people soaking. The third pull, we get Keurig to the second in submission, then wipe since 2 of our healers had died by that point. The fourth pull, the same thing happens again. At this point, we have been working on this heroic boss for like 30 minutes. Not a great deal of time. And we've already seen 2 phases and we're nearly at the end of the encounter. We're going to kill him in the next pull or so. Then Von Siren decides to type in Discord. Alright, guys. I just want to say thanks for the raid. It's been really fun. But I'm going to head out. I got some PvP scheduled with my bros. Take it easy. Laters. And just leaves the raid. Disconnects from Discord. What? This guy who has asked us twice today what time the raid is, go to McDonald's before the raid starts, shows up an hour late to the 3-hour raid, stays for 45 minutes at best, and then dips to go to PvP. Now, Preacher, as I said at the start, we're not the hardcore guild we once were 8 or 9 years ago. We're a chill guild of people who just like to raid and hang out with our old friends and bring some newbies along. It is what it is. I'm normally a calm, cool guy. I don't get angry playing games anymore because most of the time, I don't give a fuck. And again, I'm hanging with my boys and having a laugh who I've known forever. Who cares if we wipe a few times? But this guy was taking the fucking piss. I didn't say anything publicly besides, well, that was weird, but whatever. Let's kill the boss. But my fellow officers saw my rage in the officer chat. We killed Keurig 2 pulls later. We ended the raid a little early since people wanted to end on a high note rather than smash into one of the harder bosses, Broodkeeper, for the last 15 minutes we had of raid time. Von Siren was offline, so we all decided we'll talk again tomorrow. The next day. It rolls around and I send him a whisper asking, bro, why were you so late after you double-checked the raid time? Well, that's the thing, innit, mate? You know what I mean? McDonald's, right? McDonald's was, like, really busy. There was this massive line at McDonald's. And my girlfriend was with me as well. And we were, like, queuing for McDonald's for, like, 25 minutes, mate. I don't ever want to be late. But I can't make the McDonald's line move faster, though. Right? You understand? Okay. I understand that there was a queue for chicken nuggets. But why did you decide to try and go to McDonald's 12 minutes before the raid was about to start? You'd whispered me an hour before the raid, meaning you clearly had plenty of time to go and get McDonald's. Here's the thing, though, innit? I wasn't hungry then. And I can't be getting dinner when I'm not hungry. And I asked my girlfriend, and she was... This is true, by the way. This is exactly the reply. And my girlfriend wasn't hungry. So, usually, though, when we go to McDonald's, it's like 10 minutes tops. So I would have had like 2 minutes to eat and get back to my PC. So I really had thought about it. Okay. Sure. Then, if that's the case for why you're late, why did you quit the raid early? That was a dick move. Especially since we are basically carrying you through this. You turned up late and we didn't complain. And you didn't apologize for being an hour late. And people were pissed off that we sort of brought you in. You didn't help. And then you just dipped and left us. Tell you what it was, mate. Raiding, like, especially after eating McDonald's, makes me really tired. And, oh my God. It gets worse. Raiding after I've eaten things like McDonald's, mate, makes me really tired. It like saps my energy. And not only that though, I got this whisper from my friend and they're doing some PvP with this YouTuber and I'm not going to miss that, am I? Of course not. Imagine ditching. I've got to do PvP with a YouTuber. My response was pretty simple, but you committed to us, right? We're helping you. We're providing all this stuff. You signed up for it. You physically responded. You signed up. You knew the hours. You double checked them. We are a raiding guild. We're casual, but we are a raiding guild. We occasionally do some RBGs when we're bored, but we're primarily a raid guild looking for raiders that show up when the raid is happening. If you're raiding for 45 minutes after McDonald's makes you tired, maybe a raid guild's not right for you. Bro! Why are you grilling me, though? What are you grilling me for? You said, right, when I joined this guild, right, you said you was casual. This ain't the way you treat casual people, mate. Is it? This ain't the way it goes down. Good luck in your future endeavors. And I hope you enjoy the expansion. Sadly, I don't think our guild is a good fit for you. /G-Kick Von Siren. Hoping that would be the end of it. No. Fuck you guys. Excuse me. You said this was casual guild. And now I turn up, right? I do one raid with you. Normal mode. Clear it. Do well. Go heroic. And as soon as we step up to the hard content, you all turn elitist immediately. You are elitist assholes. Von Siren then decided to take it to trade chat, as we were still advertising for more people, spreading the word that we were a hardcore guild expecting people to raid for 3 hours straight. As you can imagine, the response in trade chat was not friendly towards him. Can you believe these people? My door's open. Expecting me to raid for 3 hours on a Saturday. 3 hours on a Saturday. Unbelievable. I can tell you, Mike, that our guild did go on to get all of the new people who joined in Dragonflight ahead of the curve. But there is a joke whenever we have something scheduled. And it will now be a motto of our guild for all time. BRB, guys. I need some McDonald's real quick. Thanks for reading my little tale. I hope you're in a chat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. 3 hours is a hell of a commitment. Can we all agree? Can you imagine raiding, playing a video game for 3 hours? Jesus. Oh my God. God, sweet Jesus. Right, let's go to the husband and wife. Can't believe it. 3 hours playing a video game. But my girlfriend wasn't hungry. So, what do you want me to do? Am I seeing something here called a guild covenant? Okay. I need to know what that is. I need to know what this is. The guild covenant. This sounds ominous. Let's go with it. Okay. Collecting friends. Destroying guilds. It sounds a little culty. I do love a good document, though. If you've taken the time to draft a document, you're pretty good in my book. You're pretty good. Oh, Peg. I thought it was Penny. All right, we're going with Peg. Peg is going to be the star of our story today. Our wonderful website supporters who are the stars of our tales. Thank you very much. All right, let's go. Good day. Oh, Australia. If you start your story with good day, Australia. Good day, Preach, Bex, and the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, we may need the gavels. We may be looking for judgment. Long-time listener, first-time writer to Drama Time. Yes. Email dramatime@preachgaming.com. Put your story in there. dramatime@preachgaming.com. Or go to our website. You can submit them there as well. preachgaming.com. Coincidentally. I have a tale for you today. A tale of 4 guilds. 4. And it is with the latest one that I entreat judgments from the audience. It is time once again, my friends, for the most unbiased community on the internet to render judgment on our author Prepare your gavels. I will warn anybody who does asks the PG community or the jury to render judgment is we have no innocent emote. So take that with a pinch of salt. We do not have an innocent emote. All we have is the guilty emote. Just something you should bear in mind when you come to us for judgment. We don't have an innocent emote. Oh. My phone ringing? If this is Emma, she knows I'm doing drama. It's not. It's someone from London, England. Pass. I have a tale of 4 guilds. And it is with the latest one that I come to you for judgment. Some background. Oh, we're back in WoW again. I want to see some Guild Wars 2 stories. There must be some stuff going on there. Some background. I play World of Warcraft in a unique situation. Me and my wife, Peg, both play, and we always play together as a husband-wife duo. Oh, God. Guilty. Guilty. Immediately guilty. Have you destroyed 4 guilds with your husband-wife combo? Okay. Here we go. However, we enjoy different aspects of the game. Okay, we might be fine. They don't play together. Stop ringing me, London. Silent mode. Oof. Go away, London. We enjoy different aspects of the game. I like group content, other people, big numbers, and purple passes. She is a collector. She likes finishing off reputations and has recently hit her 500 mounts. The flying spectral otter is lit. Congratulations to you. That is a project to undertake. We started this journey playing together on the same characters when classic WoW started. Though we had both played retail separately before we met. You're classic WoW gamers. Okay. Oh, no. Wait, I read that wrong. We started this journey playing together on the same character. They share a character. We use one account, one character that we would take turns playing depending on what content we were planning to do. Why? Why would you do that? They did, especially because he said we both played retail separately before we met. So you got married and decided to share a WoW character? That's messed up. If Emma went anywhere near my WoW account, I would divorce her instantly. I really would. Like the other day, she was touching my keyboard while I was AFK making lunch in Guild Wars, and I was freaking out. Like, I can't do it. It's just immediate divorce. There's no way I would trust her to touch my Battle.net account. Oh. We decided to play the ugliest dwarf holy priest possible. Oh, that fear ward, eh? And I would do all the group content, and she would do all the grinding. Maybe not a bad deal. Maybe it's not a bad deal. Do you watch, though? How does this work? Do you, like, sit over each other's shoulder while the other one's playing, or what? Or do you, like, go for a nap and... I don't know. Wait. This sounds good now. This sounds like a solid plan. I like this plan, actually. Yes, I know to your chat that probably sounds like I'm extorting her. However, that's what she likes to do. That's what she wanted to do, and so this system works for us. Yes, my friends, my wife is a unicorn, and no, you cannot have her clone her. But what if you want to play and she's on your account, though? I'm triggered by this whole process. I don't like it. She can mail you the herbs and things. You know what I mean? Let us begin, then. Guild 1. World of Warcraft Classic. Looking back at WoW Classic, it gives me what I can only describe as the regrets one may have after going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and eating 20 pounds worth of food. During the moment, it was all balls to the walls action. But afterwards, you just ask yourself, why did I do this? Was it worth it? And I imagine most sane people would say, hell no. I quit. After we killed Ragnaros, I was done. I'm not farming. Classic WoW, that's not happening. I got swept up in the hype like everybody did, as I never got to play the original vanilla World of Warcraft. I started in the Burning Crusade. One thing WoW Classic did have for it, though, was a feeling of naturally occurring friends. We weren't phased or drifted off. The guy you dungeon with in Dead Mines is playing that same character 40 hours later. And might group up with you again if you asked nicely and weren't shit. You remembered players' names. In this way, once max level, we had a robust friends list and noticed most of them had moved to a single guild. We got in. Do they know you're a husband-wife combo, though? Because you're on one character. Oh, that's deceptive. That's poisonous. You never know who you're talking to. Oh, I don't like this. You never know who you're talking to, right? It can be a totally different person. Same character. Yeah, I don't like this at all. This reeks. It's like you're sending off your nudes and you might be talking to the wrong one. Shit. So we joined the guild and started clearing Molten Core. It was the best of times. Some notable shenanigans were the guild leader sold a drop for the hunter bow but didn't realize the hunter needed to be in the raid group or present for the kill, and tried to invite him after the item had dropped, saying he decided to sell it. Oof. I'm ninjaing this for gold, but the guy isn't even in the raid. Or the raid leader reserving certain items for his warlock in advance of leveling the warlock. Such as reserving the Staff of Shadowflame from Nefarian before he had capped his warlock or Blackwing Lair was available. He claimed as raid leader he had that right. I mean... It's hard. Some people say things sometimes and you're like, I don't even know how this thought like manifested in your head. I really don't. I can't even take... If I was to desperately try to empathize with your point of view, I cannot understand the steps taken to reach that conclusion. It's too hard. On October the 13th, 2019, I obtained Benediction and was one, if not the first, Alliance priest who got it. Very well done. Getting that staff was a tale in and of itself, in where I actually died at the last moment. Oof. But the last villager made it across the finishing line and the quest completed for me. I hope you did it solo. I did. Hope you had your fire potions. They were very useful for that quest. We stuck it out in the guild and somehow got roped into becoming part of the Loot Council. We were made the Healing Officer Leader. They knew we both played the same character, and I think they thought we were getting 2-for-1 officer combo. The GM would have required multi-hour-long meetings after raid discussing debuff lists, loot priority, and strategies for raids whose release date wasn't even announced yet, but he said he liked to be prepared. Is there any more ways you could suck the fun out of a game than to make priority lists for raids that don't exist yet? Because that's just really boring. That's so... Where's the fun? It's classic WoW, though. It's classic WoW. I mean, who gives a fuck, right? Fucking cares about loot. Jesus Christ. We didn't know better. We knew that Classic was going to be a bit different than retail, and we'd never been in the officer position before. We thought... We're sorry to say, that this is how guilds were run and everything that was happening was normal. Unlucky. It's not, by the way, to anyone listening to this. Not even close to normal. Not even close. Eventually, one officer DPS degenerate whispered me thinking it was my wife. Shocker. I was fishing, so understandable mistake. And asked for nudes! Yeah! There it is. You knew it was coming, man. You knew it was coming. Of course he did. He made a play. He chanced his arm. He went for gold. It was not there. He asked for illicit pictures via text message and sent me his phone number. I immediately kicked him from the guild. I also know my wife wasn't involved because she's very much like a cat, in that too much affection of any sort is a no-go. What does that mean? Does that mean you can't snuggle? Is this a snuggleless marriage? What's the snuggle boundary? Cats is in, like, you can scratch a cat's head, but then, like, 2 seconds later, they scratch you because cats fucking suck. Get a dog. That's what that means. She also been telling me about how some people in the guild had started flirting with her despite her telling them to stop. I kind of dismissed it and told her they were probably just wanting to talk to a girl with a sexy voice. Nice. It's because your voice is so fucking hot. I should have listened, though. I thought after the G-kick, the issue was done. But no. The guild leader was not happy that I hadn't checked with him about kicking one of the players. Sweet. He said he wanted to do an investigation into the other side of the story. I provided screenshots of the messages. But he said that wasn't conclusive. It may have been a joke and re-invited that guy back into the guild and said that no one is to be kicked without his approval. We left the guild. Good. We immediately left the guild and quit Classic WoW. We kept one friend that we made along the way and we still talk to. Looking at their progress, us leaving caused an exodus, and that guild leader never ever got his Staff of Shadow Flame. But he reserved it, though. That doesn't make any sense. How could he not get it if he reserved it? What do you mean the raid's not even out? What do you mean? He reserved it. What do you mean he never even leveled his Warlock? He reserved it. It was all reserved. It was fine. The next guild we were in is Battle for Azeroth. Contrary to popular sentiment, we loved BFA. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sweet fucking Jesus. Okay. All right, I've got to hear this. Explain it to me. It was the moment we upgraded from 1 WoW account to 2. Wow. You loved it because you got to play together. That's what it was. You loved it because you got to play together. It could have been any old expansion. It could have been anything. The fact is you got to play together. We both did and still do play World of Warcraft on laptops on the couch together. Fucking divorce. Like, spare us, right? Don't procreate, right? If you teach your fucking spawn, right? If you have a fucking kid and you teach that kid that it's okay to game on the couch on a laptop, right? I will personally fucking find you. I will. I will come to your house and I will fuck your shit up. I will. I will. I'll knock over your Christmas tree. I'll throw your cat outside. I'll put it in a bath. I will. I'll fucking do the whole thing. I'm bringing this shit down. Husband, wife, guild, laptop gaming on couches. Dark times, my friends. Dark times. Dark times for us all. This is what you don't know you're playing with, right? This is what you don't know on the other side. I expect you all to be gaming like me in a literal gamer's paradise. Monitors everywhere, yeah? Devices, machines, things, microphones on stands that go up and they go down and they go away and they can come back. I expect this. I expect the best quality RGB keyboards. I expect you all to be playing in such a manner. I expect not one keyboard, but 2 keyboards for emergencies, yeah? I want 2 mice on standby at all times should you need to replace them, yeah? With a controller to hand. That's what I expect to see. Couch gaming on laptops. Let's go on. Let's go on. We began in the last patch of Battle for Azeroth. Ooh, 0.3. Good choice. And had the best time. That's not fair. You can't join in a 0.3 patch of World of Warcraft and claim it was a good expansion. Like, that's bollocks. You can't say you loved BFA and play in the 0.3 patch. That's garbage. That's trash. You can't do that. Don't bring that bumpy shit up in here. We know what's going on. The 0.3 patch is the Clown Fiesta. It's when it all goes mad. We were playing a Demon Hunter and Ellie Shaman. We bought ahead of the curve. Not embarrassed. Sorry, not sorry. Go fuck yourself. Wow. Wow. That's actually really cool. Bought it. Don't give a fuck. Whatever. Suck it. And we didn't know or even care that there was even a vault or a box weekly. I don't think we even opened that thing a single time. You didn't play Battle for Azeroth then, did you? Right? Just stop. All I'm asking, look, from the bottom of my heart, like, I love you guys, right? I don't. You got a couch and a laptop. But ignoring that, just stop telling people. I'll forgive a lot of stuff. I'll forgive the couch gaming. I'll forgive the laptops. I will. Just stop telling people you enjoyed BFA because you didn't play it. Right? You're spreading fucking poison to people's minds, right? And this is how in like 2 years' time, we're going to get them rose-tinted ad posts on forums like, BFA wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty fucking good, you know what I mean? I had a good time with my wife. We had a well good time. Stop it, right? We don't need that. I don't need people coming to me, explaining to me how BFA was actually pretty good, and we all had a it was bad. It was all bad. The gear from Visions and World Quests felt powerful. It was good enough for us. But Guilds 2 and 3 and the Shadowlands. Oh, no. Ah, shit. So now you're playing an expansion from the start. Yeah? Now you're here at the beginning. How does it feel? Yeah? Now you're in the shit. Yeah? Now you're in the real shit. Now you're there. I started listening to a certain streamer content creator from across the pond who regaled me with tales of guilds being decent folk and clearing content. Are you blaming me? Because you keep joining these fucking 2-bit hillbilly guilds? You're going to put this on me. You're going to put this on me. Because you keep fucking signing up to any old dog shit you find in trade chat. You got to put that shit on me. You didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah? You're taking this out of context. That's what's going on. This is out of context. We decided, based on your advice, to give it a go again. The problem was, we were on a redneck backwater server with a 90% alliance population. And we were playing Horde. We joined the first guild we saw recruiting. Fuck off. Fuck. You know I would have told you not to do that. You know that. And you're still trying to put it on me. And you know for a fact I would have told you that's a bad idea. Immediately. There would have been zero pause. You would have said, oh, we joined the first guild that we saw. And I would have said, that's a really bad idea. Don't do that. So shut up. Absolutely shut your mouth. And surprisingly, it was okay. The guild's name was something in German that sounded like a death metal band. Ooh, any Germans in the chat? We can't just go with Rammstein. Don't say it. Don't just go Rammstein. Like, it's got to be something new. We progressed normal Castle Nathria fairly easily. And the only odd thing was that the guild leader had a habit of stopping everyone mid-raid to make announcements, including the pugs. Okay, I'm not saying this is an American thing. I'm not saying that. But I ask my EU brothers and sisters if what I'm about to read to you ever happened or has ever happened to you, would you just G quit immediately. Let me read this sentence to you. We progressed normal Castle Nathria fairly easily. And the only odd thing was the guild leader had a habit of stopping mid-raid, announcing to everyone, including the pugs, that it was time for family prayer time, and we should pray, and he will be back in 20 minutes. Nope. No way. I'm not taking a 20-minute prayer break in the middle of the raid. Even RN Jesus would not bless us with good gifts if we would do that. Oh, no. Overall, though, decent folk. The raid leader left after we started complaining about prayer time. Oh. How dare you? You need to get yourself right with Jesus. That's what you need. You need to get yourself fucking square with the Lord, because you're in trouble now. You're in trouble now. And the guild leader didn't have it in him to try and raid lead. Was he raptured? Oh, Jesus. So he took one look at Korthia and pieced the fuck out of Shadowlands. We quit the game in the guild, but kept in contact with one of the friends we made. Does this name come up again? Because it's not... Oh, I think it does. Alright, I need a quick name. Out of the ordinary, I'll pick someone from the chat. I'm going with... Oh, that's the name you put in. Oh, you just didn't put it in the thingy. Got you, Vex. Aura. Lovely name. I think Aura is a good name for a child. Don't at me. Aura. I like that name. We quit the game and kept in touch with Aura. In our now surplus of free time, I played other games, and my wife wrote and published 2 full-length fantasy action-adventure novels. Send me one. I'd love to promote it. If it's good. Is she trash? I don't know. I'll make my own judgment. Chris loves a good read. Yeah, send them to us if you can. I'd love to know. And Aura ended up becoming one of her most vocal fans. Awesome. During the next patch, 9.2, Aura reached out and asked, do you want to raid again? Do you want to raid again? Aura changed servers and was in a guild that regularly cleared normal but did pugs for heroic. That should have been red flag number 1, but we didn't see it. We pushed the button and sent Blizzard our pennies and resubscribed and server swapped and started raiding with them almost immediately. The second red flag was that they refused to recruit publicly. The guild leader, who was our main tank, felt that advertising guild recruitment was impersonal, and that he would only ever recruit players from pugs as it came across more natural. Bold move. Not necessarily a bad thing, but odd, to say the least. I mean, Bored, Fat and Ugly didn't publicly recruit either. Ours was, you had to know someone in the guild to get in. So it can work, but you kind of need an established links. You need fingers and tendrils that spread in order to make this work, but okay. Every raid, we would bring 3 or 4 pugs, and every pug would outperform our players. Oops. And none of them probably wanted to join the guild, right? They come in, dominate. Would you like to join the guild? No. No, I wouldn't. Except for my wife, Peg, who kept up because she's actually able to play. And blue passes immediately, even on fresh characters, even though she still dislikes doing raids. Giga Chad walks in, doesn't like being there, nails it, walks out. Giga Chad Peg strikes again. Writing novels with one hand, passing with the left. Easy. Unsurprisingly, the advertisement that we were sold by Aura that this guild cleared normal was a lie. And as for our recruitment strategy, not one of the pugs ever wanted to join after they'd seen our guild performance. Aww. There was a dream. There was a glimmer in someone's eye, my friends. There was a glimmer in a dream, but it did not pay off. Eventually, they stopped raiding altogether. We pugged our hearts out eventually, but got burnt out and stopped playing. Something about 200 wipes on heroic jailer was just unpalatable. We did end season 3 with Keystone Master. Blood Death Knight was overpowered. We kept in touch with 2 people we met from the guild. You keep bringing these people up. Are they going to come back? Are you going to form a guild with people you've met over like a decade of gaming? All individually picked up? We decided to start organizing movie night and playing tabletop RPGs over Discord together, and all their kids now know our names, including their 7-year-old, who always has to say hi to my wife when we're talking to his parents. Are you forming a cult? Are you forming a cult? Let me take you to red flag numero 3. At the beginning of Dragonflight, we came back again, as one does to World of Warcraft. We were in the same guild and started normal progression, which could not kill Teros on normal. Oof. Our new guild master, who we hadn't met before, said he didn't want to raid lead and didn't need to know mechanics because he ran an international billion-dollar business and therefore WoW would be easy. I would not trust Elon Musk to guide me through any normal raid. Honestly. And I imagine he's fucking shit. That's just my opinion. I've got a feeling that if I was to bring Musk to a Mythic 15, I think he's going to fuck it up. I think he's going to tank the key. That's what I think is going to happen there. I could give him something easy to do, but I think he's going to fuck it up. I think he's a vuln collector. He is. That boy's got some vuln stacks on him. You can see it happening. You know it. I know it. That guy's got some vuln stacks on him for sure. We were clearing we were clearing M+, and we're the highest geared characters in the guild by, like, a lot. I want to interview Henry Cavill. Call me. Let's have a chat. I want to know. I want to nerd talk with Cavill. I want to make that happen. He doesn't have Twitter or anything, though. We actually did try and get in contact with Henry Cavill. Did you know I was supposed to meet Henry Cavill at the Dragonflight launch event, but he had to pull out? Effers for that one. That would have been nice. But we did not get Cavill. We've tried to reach out to Cavill. He's hard to get on it. We've tried. Bex has been on it. Nups has been on it. I think we could have a good talk with Cavill. We were clearing M+ some of the highest gear characters by a while. Eventually, my wife decided to confront the GM about his mindset about business and raiding. And said that he wasn't paying us to be his carries and we're tired of feeling like we were. To which he responded, then go fuck yourselves and leave. Maybe he does run a $1 billion business. That sounds realistic. That sounds realistic. Okay, go fuck yourself, leave. And so we did. So we did. We left. But both Aura and the tabletop RPG friends did not leave. They decided to stay. My wife wanted to quit the game again. She was disgusted with people and especially guilds. Just choose a good guild. If Peg. Come here. Come here, Peg. Hi, Peg. It's me. It's Preach. Listen to me. The problem you guys are having is that you keep choosing shit guilds. Okay? All you need to do is take a little bit of time, a little bit of research, maybe search the guild on Twitch before you join, things like that. If you do that, I guarantee you'll find a really nice guild full of really nice people. What you shouldn't be doing is literally picking up the first guild that you see asking for people. Okay? Trust me on this. Take 2, 3, 4 days of looking through guilds, and then you'll find a great one. All right? That's a Preach guarantee. You can take that to the bank. All right? Thanks, Peg. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. That wasn't affectionate. I would say that was not affectionate at all. So we did. She hated people, disgusted with guilds, but I convinced her to try one more time. One more time. I found guild number 4. Oh! And I decided to follow your advice. I did some background research. I did a trial for their raid. I compiled some information. I brought the information to her. She saw the red flags, but I dismissed them. No! Stop failing, Peg! You're guilty! She saw them! Like, yeah, that's a problem. Right? So close! I assured her that she was being pessimistic and too quick to judge. So, she joined. Peg. I'm so sorry, Peg. She joined on the condition that I put some terms in writing regarding when we could leave. Mike, I have sent you the document. Is that what I saw? That's why I chose this, because there was something called a statement. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, the names are hidden. Okay, so this would be Dear Peg. If the current guild does not work out for both of us, not just me, we will leave. I will not actively pursue a new guild. Weird is defined as cult-like behavior, anything that is weird, inappropriate message, too much of a clique, or is unwelcoming. If the guild does not work out, we will leave after milking the crafts. We will not join another guild, aside from our friends one. Love, your overly obsessed husband. That's very vague. It's ultimately vague. Weird is defined as cult-like behavior. I guess the crawlers is out then. Anything weird. Weird is defined as anything weird. Inappropriate messages. And too much of a clique or unwelcoming. I mean, it's very vague. I don't think that holds up in a court of law. So, on to Guild 4, and Mike, this is our final guild. Your chat can choose the guild name. All right, what is the final holy guild? Praise be. But we know there's red flags. Peg spotted the red flags. She had the telescope out. She gave it the stinky eye. What are the weirdest? Ratstein. Okay. Ratstein. The German heavy metal guild, Ratstein. Now, Mike, this is what I am requesting judgment on. Okay, so we can already sort of guess ahead, listeners, is that this guild probably did not work out, but whether or not it was defined as weird. But let's find out. That's probably where this is going. I found the guild Ratstein. On paper, it looked decent. Instead of a ragtag of unorganized filth, they had a robust Discord that was using bots to moderate. They had M+ raid organization and automation. The first issue was that it was run by a husband, Resto Druid, and wife, BM Hunter. My wife said, Preach says do not join husband-wife guilds. Preach does say that. Now, I say that on Drama Time, but I want to be abundantly clear on this. Because the last BlizzCon I was at, I was harangued by a lot of husband-wife guild leaders who assured me from the bottom of their hearts that their guilds run fine. And I'm not saying like 1 or 2 combos of husband-wives. Like 20 to 25 combos of husband-wives approached me at BlizzCon to tell me this. Now, I have no reason to doubt them. So, my wife said, Preach says never to join a husband-wife guild. But I didn't listen. Hence the above agreement. I was playing Druid Philspec. Philspec? Druid Phil spec. I don't know what that means. And my wife mained an MM Hunter at the time and already had Keystone Master for the season. Plays what you need. Oh. See, I consider that a red flag. I do. I do. My wife had already smashed Keystone Master for the season. She's a gangster. Red flag number 1. We slowly integrated into their group. Had some banter, ran some content, and it felt alright. There was some coldness between the guild leader's wife and my wife. Jesus fucking Christ. Run for the goddamn hills. No, no, we can't have wife conflicts, man. It's the worst, and it's always boring. She didn't call me. She didn't give me the appropriate response to my good news. It's always boring. Always. Universally boring. Maybe she was afraid that the token hunter wife position was in jeopardy. Oh, they're both hunters. Both the wives are playing hunters. Okay. Who cares? What would that matter? At least that's what my wife thought, since she was out DPSing the GM's wife by a lot in the same sort of gear. Unlucky. She was even out DPSing the GM's wife, while the GM's wife was the priority target for PIs. You were giving a BM Hunter power infusion? Now, I'm not super up to date on the meta of the current raid, but that sounds wrong, right? I can't say I've done any parsing in WoW for the latest raid, but it sounds wrong. But it could be right. What was odd is that when we ran normal mode, which the guild full cleared in one night for about 2 hours, only 1 or 2 pieces of gear would ever drop despite running 2, 4, 15. You're all saved? At that point, I had transitioned to Resto Druid full-time. Wait. What is going on here? So, the husband-wife guild leaders are a Resto Druid and a BM Hunter. And your husband-wife combo is a Resto Druid MM Hunter. You're both playing Resto Druids and Hunters. This is starting to sound like a swingers party of some description. I don't know. Okay. At that point, I transitioned to a Resto Druid full-time and was solidly their number 1 healer. Purple passes all day. And my wife's MM Hunter also getting blue and purple passes. The core members of the guild started talking about their pug runs to us, and it became apparent that the way the guild worked was to pug the raid before the guild's raid. I didn't quite understand the significance of this at the time, but brace yourselves. It's because of the loot rules. Okay. Red flag number 2. On the most recent reset, rip double tap, F, my wife and I happened to be on and saw them start a full normal clear run with 7 of the core guild members. They were looking for a healer and a DPS. We asked if we could join, when we were told to save our lockout for the guild. And our lockout was for their alts. What is happening? What am I reading? My wife, though, looked at the raid comp under the request to join group tab, and they were all on their mains, except the Resto Druid GM, who was on his alt hunter, and was clearly funneling the Razageth bow to one character and didn't want any other hunters. My wife said, fuck these, and started queuing us into normal and heroics. Immediately we got into a normal pug and cleared it. We were both 400 item level at that point, and we were overgeared. It all clicked after a few bosses when 2 to 3 times more loot was dropping than we had seen in the guild runs. Oh, you didn't know you were getting fucked? You thought it was normal for like 2 items to drop? Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, they did to have changed the loot coming into Dragonflight. There's less loot now, but it's more worthwhile. And holy shit, look at all this loot that's dropping. What the fuck? It then dawned on us that the guild was using us to funnel gear to other guild members since we were already geared for normal, but we were told to save our lockout for it. While at the same time, they pugged it and were able to roll on gear against non-guildies. During the official guild runs, there would be less drops because half of them were saved, but higher chances of these drops going to the older guild members. What? 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 This is terrible. Why? What? What? This is so stupid. My wife and I agreed that this fell into the vague, weird, and click clause of our guild covenant agreement. I would agree. I would agree. I think the weirdness has been hit. It's there. We made sure we got all our elemental lariat crafts we needed, and then pieced the fuck out of that guild after pugging our normal Razaveth guild. The bow did drop, but sadly my wife didn't get it. She rolled a 4. We didn't even say anything. We just G-quit on the mains and the few alts we had brought with us. My question is, was I wrong to push for another guild? And did we leave too early? Should I have waited for a better guild? We could have called them on the bullshit and seen what own up and change. Overall, they were nice people. No! That's your Guilty! No, they weren't. They were abusing you. What are you talking about? No! No, 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 no. All the way down. You're guilty of not listening to Peg at the start when she said, I have some problems with this guild. All you need to do, for real, even for everybody streams these days, everybody, and if they don't stream, that in itself is kind of suspect. There should be pretty much one person in a raid team who is probably streaming, even normal mode. People are always streaming. All you do is you look for guilds that are potential to join, right? And then you spend just one evening, which would be a normal raid time. You just have it on another screen, or you have it in the background, and you just listen to how they raid. Right? And you can immediately find something fucky when loot is dropping. You might only need to be there for like 10 minutes and something fucky happens with the loot. It takes no time at all. And if you can chill with these dudes for a game night over the course of their raid, you're probably going to be all right. That's a good sign. Right? If they're chilling, they're having fun, they're not being too degenerate, which you don't like, they're too conservative, which you don't like, whatever it might be. That's all you do. You just stick Twitch on in the background while you're doing something else and just listening. That's all you need to do. Have a conversation with them. Find out what's going on. And if you ideally, check the log websites. Do they have half a different raid team every week? In which case, they're fucked. They are a dying guild. That's all you need to do. Check, do they have a consistent raid squad? Do raids actually happen on the days they say they're going to do their raids, right? So they say they raid Tuesday, Saturday. You check the logs. It goes Tuesday, Saturday, Saturday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. And they're just not doing it. That's all you need to do. It takes like 20 minutes. That's it. Check that, and that's 90% of your stuff cleared. My wife, never mind breaking her keys with them on Monday since she's just who she is. We're still friends with one of them, and though him heard hell broke loose after we left. Though he said the guild was all he had going socially for him and alluded to us being personas non grata for a while. And we couldn't be seen playing together until things cooled down. My wife says she's done with people and the game and that none of them are worth the time. They are. They really are. Look, a lot of people here have made lifelong friends through guilds. Lifelong friends. I have made many, many, many lifelong friends. Not through streaming, but through guilds. You meet people. It's great. People who share your very specific interest in video games. Unlikely to find them anywhere else in the world, but through MMOs especially, you can find those people who have the same very niche specific interest in your things. And you can find them. Absolutely, it's well worth keep trying. Friends, Nups! Look at Nups here. I met him when he was 17 in Molten Core. There he is. You know what I mean? And now we've traveled the world together. Kind of. Well, a big girth of it anyway. I like to keep trying and believe in your promise that one day there will be a guild that isn't shit. But now it's over. Thank you for listening, and we hope it makes it to drama time. It did. And good luck on undrowning your studio. Yeah, we're probably not going back to that studio. We're probably not. They've hit the 5-month mark now on that studio, and as far as we know, no work's taken place. Emma's actually going tomorrow to take some videos to get us out of our contract, I think. It's been 5 months and they've not even started, so I think we're going to move somewhere else. If you're interested in reading or listening to her book, it's called Heart of Ice, Dawn of the Final Age. Ooh. It's a pen name, so zero chance of doxing. The trilogy is a fantasy adventure series. Ooh, excellent. Okay. So that was Heart of Ice, Dawn of the Final Age is the book. To Amazon. Is it on Amazon? I assume so. Everything's on Amazon. Heart of Ice, Dawn of the Final Age. Oh, there it is. 5 stars. Got it. Yep. Heart of Ice, Dawn of the Final Age by CJ Swanson. 5 stars. Nice. Awesome. Other stuff. Yeah. If, when I finish my Game of Thrones listening, I've got 1 book left. I'll probably give that a listen and let you know. Linkers. I mean, you could just type the name into Amazon. Right? Easy game, easy life. Peg just keeps on winning. Peg's the victory. Rattenstein. Out of Ice. Ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of drama time for this week. We are filming a big video over the weekend. It should be a ton of fun. But thank you for spending this time with me this week. Thank you for being awesome. And we'll be back on Monday. We're probably starting a look at Destiny 2. It's time. Project MMO moves forward one more step. Before, of course, we've got the massive Final Fantasy 14 patch. And we also have World of Warcraft's 10.1 patch coming as well. And perhaps the race to world first begins again. All right. So be awesome. Be cool. See you again. Bye, guys. There's my button.